101! 102! 103! 104! I think that's good. Oh man. Oh man, that's tiring. I'm satisfied.
You're never gonna get abs and biceps like that.
You're doing everything wrong. We'll teach you a little bit about the muscular system.
Okay, so muscles are basically tissue made out of fibers and cells, and they cover 40% of your body.
Exactly. There's also different types of muscles. There's cardiac, skeletal, smooth, voluntary, and involuntary muscles.
Your cardiac muscles are found in the walls of the heart. They're striated, or stripes, and they contract 70 times per minute.
That's a lot.
We know. Just listen to us as we explain. Anyways, the cardiac muscle is needed in order for us to live.
And if the cardiac muscle stops, then we can't live.
But that's the heart. What about the other parts? I just want to know about the abs and the biceps.
Oh, of course you do.
But the cardiac muscle is really important. You should care about it. We'll talk about the other parts later.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Can we eat lunch first?
I'm always hungry.
Hey.
Whew, man, that was good, huh?
Oh, I'm so full.
Okay, so tell me about the other muscles. I already know about the cardiac muscle.
Do you even remember anything about it?
Yeah, cardiac muscle is striped and contracts 70 times per minute every day.
Yeah, the cardiac muscle cells rely on an ample blood supply to deliver oxygen and other nutrients and remove toxic waste like carbon dioxide.
That's pretty good. Let's move to the skeletal muscle. They're made up of individual components known as muscle fibers. The term muscle refers to multiple bundles of muscle fibers held together by connective tissue.
There are two major ways to categorize muscle fibers: the type of myosin present and the degree of oxidative phosphorylation that the fiber undergoes. From there, skeletal muscle can be broken down into two categories, type 1 and type 2.
What's the difference?
Well, type 1 looks red because of the presence of the oxygen binding to the protein myoglobin. They're better for endurance. Type 2 fibers are white because of the absence of myoglobin and has a reliance on glycolytic enzymes. They're better for speed, like when you begin to sprint. Anything else, Debbie?
Yeah, skeletal muscles move bones. They're the most common types of muscles. They bands of muscles attached to muscles to move bones. They're striated too, just like cardiac muscle.
And it's better when they're striated because they contract more easily.
Let's move on to smooth muscle.
Okay, unlike skeletal muscles and the cardiac muscles, smooth muscles are not striated. Just like the name says, it's smooth.
Cool, easy to remember.
Only one motor neuron innervates a muscle fiber but can be synapsed with many muscle fibers. Acetylcholine from synaptic terminal diffuses to synaptic left and binds to receptor protein membranes of muscle fiber. This triggers an action potential down T tubules. As a result of action potential, sarcoplasmic reticulum release Ca2+, which binds to troponin. Myosin binding site is exposed as troponin removes blocking action of trypamosine by changing shapes. This causes the pulling of actin filaments towards the center of the sarcomere. Then active transport gets rid of the glycosic Ca2+ into Sr after action potential. Overall, contraction ends, making the muscles rest as trypamosine blockage of the myosin binding site is restored.
Well, that makes sense. And didn't you guys say something about voluntary and involuntary muscles? What are those?
Voluntary muscles are muscles you can control, and involuntary muscles are muscles you can't control.
But I don't know how they work.
Muscles work in pairs. When one contracts, the other relaxes. Here, I'll show you. Sit down.
Yeah, muscles always pull. They never push. Like when you bring your leg up, the muscles in the back of your thigh contract, and the muscles in the front relax and lengthen.
And when you make your leg straight again, the muscles in the front of your thigh contract, and the muscles in the back of your thigh relax and lengthen. An important portion of the volume of the cytoplasm of smooth muscle cells are taken up by the molecules myosin and actin. They have the capability to contract, and through a chain of 10 structures, they make the entire smooth muscle contract with them.
So how do I get biceps and abs?
Well, you have to use them a lot. The number of muscle cells increase and the size changes as well.
It's also because individual cells get bigger. The less often you exercise, the smaller and softer they get.
Well, how muscles move is important too. When muscles contract, it usually releases mechanical or thermal energy.
Mechanical energy is movement, and thermal energy is warmth.
So that's how muscular system works.
I hope you learned how to work out properly.
Yes, I did. Thanks, guys. I'm really gonna work out properly from now on.